All right, welcome back. Today is our final episode for the Z, hopefully, as long as Danny here decides to buy it. He drove 3 hours away, so we've got to get it in good enough shape so he can drive it back. So we got to install electric fan. We're going to do plug wires, plugs, rotor, and fix tail lights. There's a lot of pressure on here. Okay, got mine. $13 smoothie, 2 rusty nuts, the ambulance, the welder. What does that mean? What else we gotta do?
Door panels?
I have the door panels. We can probably put those on. Yeah, I guess you said your buddy's coming, right? So we'll get him to maybe work on the interior. All right, so he picked up this fan, and this is a Hayden 3690, and it actually fits perfect. So I've got it set in here right now, but it fits right down in there perfect on the factory radiator. So we just have to mount it with these guys. All right, so if you want to go ahead and take the plug wires off, take this wiring out, and we'll start getting the spark plugs off. I'll mount your fan. So is this your first car, second car?
First one, honestly.
Really? My first one was a 83 Buick LeSabre, and my second one was that Z that's out front.
Oh, that's cool.
The 280. No, the
Datsun.
the Datsun, yeah.
What do you need me to do?
So you're gonna pull the wiring, like pull it off all the injectors, and then you're gonna just get it out of the way. So grab you I got tools over here. Take this 10 mil wrench, and then take that bolt out on the side of the intake where this ground strap is right here. Yeah, take that off, and then we can pull the harness out. Take these little foam pads right here, and then you want to put them where they stick, like right there, like that. I just had those pliers in my hand, I lost them.
What is it about the Z's that you like so much?
They are cheap horsepower, so they're fast, they handle pretty good. I mean, there's stuff way faster now, but I like the looks. What do you like about the Z?
It's just like... I mean, I've always watched, like, I grew up on, like, Fast and Furious movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But besides all that, you know, like, consumer culture and all that, it's pretty much like the grandfather of the cars that I like now, like the 350s and stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, it's an 85 and I mean, it seems to be in good shape, and you don't see these cars everywhere.
Yeah, not many people have them.
I'm more of like a build over bought guy. And this looks like something like worth building up, you know?
Yep. All right, you got those pads on?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing we need to do is you've got to get Alright, so what you'll do is, you see these fins right here? So this is going to go through in between these fins just like that, but right where this one's at. So make sure you have it lined up and then poke it through just like that.
Okay.
And where did you put the screw for that?
It's on the roof. It's on the top.
What I like to do when I'm working on stuff is if I take a screw out, I'll put it back in. Otherwise, I'll forget where it goes. Or forget to put it in. Oh yeah, those top two are going to be a little difficult to get to. You're going to have to do it by feel.
I'm gonna be able to get this in.
Okay.
If my hand doesn't fit.
Let me see. Probably a lot easier if we took all of this out.
Yeah. Looking at this engine bay is pretty interesting to me because, I mean, my first car was like a 2016 Launcher, but it wasn't really my first car. I wouldn't consider it my first car because my parents got it for me.
Yeah.
It was like my first car that I'm buying for myself.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the Elantra, like the engine bay, obviously completely different, but the fact that the intake being here instead of like up here was like
Yeah.
interesting.
Factory cold air intake. Yeah, the nice thing about this car is it hasn't been real mess with a whole lot. It's mostly stock.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that somebody painted it. Yeah, so that Datsun out there, I added a turbo and I did all kinds of stuff to the engine. It's got coilovers on it. I actually want to take that motor out and put a V8 in. I've got that green Infinity out there that comes with a V8 from the factory. So I'm going to take that out of that and put it in the Datsun and do twin turbo. Okay, so come down here. So these ones you can see.
Yeah.
So you'll take this guy right here.
All right.
And you'll push it through. Right? Don't push too hard. And then you have these other ones that are down here. And of course they're going to be a pain to get to because this pan's in the way. You'll probably have to do it from right here. This is where I start changing the spark plugs. And I'm going to show you spark plug here in a second, but the audio got messed up, so I'm not sure what I said. Just showing it to you. Need me to push it through?
Yeah. So what should you put it behind the like
The valance?
Yeah, put it back and around, right? You push it through this to get it here.
Yeah, so you'll see it's on top of here.
Yeah.
So you push it behind it and then grab it from underneath. Okay, Google. What is the spark plug gap for a VG30E? Did you get it? No. That fan's kicking your butt, man.
Everything's kicking my ass right now. My first time doing everything. You know, I really don't know how you did what you did.
All right, let me get in there. You want to try and put those rear light bulbs in?
Here on the lights, I got one of them in, but the other one has a completely different end, so I don't know if it'll still work the same. But this is the one we bought, and this is the one I came with. But this one right here has the same end, so it has that.
Yeah, so that one, the other one worked.
Okay, okay. Cool.
You just need to replace that one. Yeah, so the one with two filaments is your turn signal and your parking lights, and then the one that just has the one filament is just the parking lights. Probably wouldn't be so difficult if someone hadn't jacked the car up on this thing. All right, we're gonna give our camera a little break. SD card full. Error. Great. Great. I'll have to fix that. What's going on, Nathan? How are you?
Doing good.
So you're the help?
Yeah.
You're the mechanic?
Yeah.
Oh, good. We gotta put the interior back together, man.
So, why are the handbrakes usually on the right side of these cars?
I mean, that's like an old import thing. I mean, most imports have the handbrake on the right. So like my Acura 2007 has got it on the right in the center. Most GMs and Chevys and whatever else have. Now, I say that, and my Toyota here has got it on the floor on the left. All right, let me show you all the interior pieces that we have. All right, so this window is messed up. We gotta find a bolt to put in there. There's some bolts in this car. It doesn't look like any of those bolts are right. All right, this is all the parts that came with the car. So I kind of laid it out where their screws are like items. So it looks like one of these bolts is going to go to that window channel, and then these look like interior bolts. This looks like it went to the fuel door. But your guess is as good as mine on how this stuff goes back in there, because I didn't take it apart. It was all piled up in the back of the car. So there's a bolt that needs to go back in here on this window channel so it doesn't rattle around. And then when you roll the window up, you'll see it's supposed to be attached right there, and it's not. So you'll have to buy that piece and put that back in there. And then on the passenger side, it's the same thing. The channel's kind of out. So the bolt's actually in there on that side, it's just loose. And then the window doesn't go up and down correctly. So I think the motor might be bad, but I haven't actually tried to. It'll go down, I just won't go up all the way. So if you guys want to work on trying to get that back together, looks like this goes to the e-brake, and then I've got the radio bezel inside. Nathan, did you bring tools?
Yeah, I got tools.
Sweet, he is a mechanic. And the other SD card I think is dead, so we probably lost a lot of footage. Hello. You're here? Well, come on in here. All the action's over here. I gotta get money for my twin turbo.
So what car you got turbo?
No, I have a twin turbo. You probably haven't walked back there
Yeah, I
yet.
don't they walk back there.
I've got a full. Yeah.
Cause like I seen this engine right here, that's turbo right there.
That's a diesel.
That's a diesel.
Yeah. That's a Cummins.
12 valve?
No, a 24.
How much you want for it?
2000.
I got you in March.
I have a two-wheel drive 5-speed for it as well.
So how often do you get these using? Just as fast as you sell them?
I mean, I buy one every couple of years, it seems like. You just gotta watch Craigslist and Facebook. That's where I found this one. I bought on Facebook. So the guy had it listed, and he was like 10 minutes from me. Wow. So I went and bought it the same day he listed it, because it didn't run, and because of the fuel pump and all that. So I fixed all that, cleaned the tank, and then I started doing everything else. And I was like, maybe I'll post it for sale. You gotta be careful with the cars that don't actually run.
Yeah. And then I saw your car, yeah, your videos posted, I was like, okay, like he's working on it.
The cheaper it is, the more money you gotta put into it to make it nice.
You think it's gonna need oil change after?
After,
Like, when you buy it or whatever?
I mean, I would change it as soon as you can. If you got any questions, just hit me up. I'll give you my cell phone number. Nathan, where do you work at?
I work at Walmart, but I go to school at UTI. I've been there for like 6 months now.
Yeah.
I always had a background in cars, but
Nice.
I've been working on it since I was like
How long is your UTI school?
a year and a half. I'm doing automotive and diesel there.
Yeah, Nate.
Where'd you get the ambulance from?
Auction.
Wow. Because I saw that a toolbox in there. That shit's so cool.
Yeah. Okay. Don't forget to do your valve covers. Watch the gaskets. You gotta take all this off. When you take it off, make sure you clean those real nice and paint them. We just need the fan. We're good, right?
Yeah.
You wanna load all your parts up here?
Feel like bags or anything?
You got some Walmart bags. What else you need?
Let me wire up the relay and then our power wire. Alright,
This one's ready for 30 amps. I want him car catching on fire with this stuff. That'll be called me. What are you guys picking up?
The trailer. I had to tow him back to the lead.
So,
Yes, because like, see, he didn't have plates,
oh,
so I'm towing back.
so you're gonna rent a.
U-Haul trailer.
Alright, where's the relay go?
We do have a firewall. I'm available to do a firewall.
You want to be on the same side as the battery.
Same type battery.
Yeah, because you want your distance between the relay and your battery in between the fuse as short as possible.
As long as it runs and dries, I have time to fix it. Like all the time in the world.
It runs and dries. Just replace transmission modules so it now shifts perfect. Has new brakes on it. The tires are old. You have to replace those at some point.
Like as long as it runs and dries, it's fine with me. How's the interior looking?
Interior's good. The dash, that's where it's at right there. The dash is perfect.
That's perfect.
Most of them, I mean, I'll show you
Yeah,
on
they
these
usually
things
fuck
out
up.
here where they start to peel up in the
Yeah.
center. This one is not. But you have to keep it covered,
Yeah.
otherwise it's going to peel up. So I'm going to buy it soon. I'm going to take that dash out and put it in my twin turbo. make sure
Yeah, there's no wires. Yeah, you're all good.
Danny plugged everything right. Wired right up. You gotta fix that exhaust leak.
You have an exhaust leak?
Yeah, it sounds like it's right behind, like either the collector where that white pipe goes across.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's at.
Alright, bro. Y'all stay safe, alright? It's nice to meet you.
What was your name?
This is John.
John. Nice to meet you, John. I'll see you on YouTube. I'm gonna get some zip ties and try the wire up.
Alright.
So is there wire sticking out of the dash? So we'll run the switch through? The switch is going to be in the dash.
I have the whole spool in the seat. So it's put the wire wherever you want. If they ask you what you're towing, say like a Volkswagen Bug or something.
Yeah, because this is probably
It's probably fine, but
It's weight.
they're real technical with
Weight.
weight.
Okay, this is like 3,500, I'm guessing.
3,725.
It's like 3,200, I think.
Yeah. My thing's set for 5,000.
And then you have the weight of the trailer,
Yeah.
which their trailers are aluminum, so I think they're 1,500 pounds.
Yeah. So yeah, it says she got older.
My trailer weighs 4,000 pounds.
4,000. Damn. So you got.
I have a big trailer. The deck, you can drive on it, the deck tilts. And then tilts down.
That's fire. That is so cool. You can just like listen to D4 on squeaky shit.
You guys want to take a break before it gets dark so I can give you the grand tour?
Yeah.
What time you got me at U-Haul?
6:45.
So you got 45 minutes. In here.
I'm trying to figure out a spot where I can hook this up and kind of seat it for now.
What about by the console?
Console.
You got a whole big space over there.
Oh, right here. Damn, look at this.
That's fire. Just for my fan.
If we can get in there, but yeah, but.
Is it nice as not fan?
So we can get wire over here. And I gotta find the wire.
So you should be able to pick up switch ignition in here.
Oh yeah, cause
The stereo.
yeah. So it should be like a yellow one. The yellow one's usually no, there should be a red one. It's usually our ignition. And the original harness should be this one. So it would be from right here. So I could test these 2 pins.
So this is AC, this big one right here.
That's AC. I'm tripping.
So I think that blue one
That
might
one.
be the radio.
Huh. That one's tucked in there. So this AC is this one's in plenum. That. Yeah, that's for sure. So you can take that.
So Danny, I was gonna glue this dash pad on here.
Yeah.
Like with some Super 77, that spray adhesive that you spray on both sides. Just when you do it, you want to start in a corner
Okay.
and then stretch it
Yeah.
to where it's nice. But you'll probably have to cut out where it's peeled up right there. You'll probably have to cut that out, otherwise it's not gonna lay flat. If you mess it up, this is 30 bucks. You can buy another one.
Okay.
Oh, you want to put this back on. Cover your computer there. This
And try wiring something in here.
this needs to go to his driver's side.
Driver's side.
Yep, tie rod.
I think it's this one should be.
Zay, let's go get a trailer because he doesn't want to drive without any plates on, which is understandable. I'm about to finish up the wiring for the electric fan. They did not have, I don't know if we went to this earlier, that fog light kit at O'Reilly, so he just bought a bunch of wires and a relay and everything else. Of course, he bought all white wire, so I was nice enough to give him some of the stuff that I had, because I couldn't stand it. I really liked how that radiator or fan fit in there just perfectly. It's really convenient having my ambulance right there. I can just walk in and get stuff. Glad I got those other Z's out of here. So now I have more room to work. And I actually work on a Z in here. Alright, so now we put our excess wire and relay in this little fancy panel down here. Let's see what they got going on in here. Okay, so this is our turn that on. Look at that, works. Oh, you can't look at it because you're facing the ground. Okay, so this is our signal wire. You hear it turn on, there we go. And then once he gets this all hooked up, flip that switch, it should work just fine. So right now we're just waiting on him. Oh, I didn't turn it off to make sure that it's not constant power. Okay, not constant power, we're good. Good to go. Okay. Oops. There goes my dome light. He's excited he got his fan working. Now you can mount it.
So, where is it? There's a badass little fucking spot for it right here.
Yeah.
Right here, as you can jump with this little part right here.
It'll fit perfect?
Yeah. It's
Nice.
it's like meant for it right here. It's like meant for it. It's like perfect size. The little square part right here.
Mm-hmm.
Get that dremelled out. Get a little L bracket. Put it on there. It'll sit there perfectly.
Perfect.
And this is right here. Ooh,
Alright. So, it's signed on the front. And it's signed on the back. So the only thing you need to do is sign it here as buyer. And print your name. And then take that to the DMV and you should be good to go.
Right.
And they give you stacks of 20s.
Yeah.
There she goes, folks. My first Z31 is gone already. All right, you guys take care.